Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Game Channel. I am AJ Gels. Guys, we are back with Pyre. Let's go inside the black wagon. Looks like Bertrude wants to talk to us. Following the successful outcome of the liberation rite, you find Bertrude muttering something to herself. You hear some of the words as you approach. Shouldst thou seekest darkness, then my nightfall come to thee in time. Shouldst thou... God damn, it's like you're reading Shakespeare. Shouldst thou seekest courage, then may bravery soon bloom within thy heart. Shouldst thou seekest water, then may the oceans open wide for thee. Shouldst thou seekest fortune, then you recognize it is the bog benediction. Let's see what that is. An old blessing of goodwill from the southern bogs, never uttered there in modern times, though you have never heard it said aloud. Then Bertrude sees you, then cuts short the chant. Care thee to explain thy presence, reading one? We were amidst an invocation. Invocation, I think that's right. Which must now begin anew. 'Tis for the worm knight if thou needst now. 'Tis for the worm knight if thou needest know to speed him on his homeward journey. The worm knights are a distant kin, unlike their ilk. Ours have been passing interest in the sea there within the depths. We have long seen that which is to be seen. Nevertheless, the distant kin is kin. That foolish worm knight, surely he could never have survived his years if not for divine aid. Thus we provide him more. Then perhaps the worm knight, easily underestimated as he is, perhaps she shall turn out to be of some small benefit as part of Sandalwood's design. She glares at you intently for a moment. Mistake thee not these actions for affection, nor for a longing for the loudness of this place to escalate ever again to volumes such as only his incessant shouting could achieve. Now leave us, reading one. The invocation must be finished ere the worm knight finally arrives upon the shores beyond this land before his homecoming. She turns away from you and then begins her chant again. Shouldst thou seekest shelter, then may the elements be merciful to thee. Shouldst thou seekest kinship, then may the kin hold memory of thee. Shouldst thou seekest darkness, you leave her to her benediction. Benediction? The worm knight's absence is already felt. You know, however, that he will strive with all his might on your behalf on the other side. You know, I will say, there's one good thing about Gilman not being here. I don't have to do that voice. I really like doing the. If you didn't know, I modeled him after Pirate Peter, haha, from Family Guy. That was a bad joke, but that's who I modeled him after. And I know pirates and knights, but whatever. But that's who I modeled him after, and it's not a hard voice to do. It's just it's taxing to keep doing it. Let's see here. The winged members of the Essence, each chosen by the matriarch Trista Tethys, are living exemplars of liberty and piety. Would that my wings could be thus. Once you, of course, must know we all had wings. It is said that men and women of the Empire relinquished theirs, drawn in by earthly matters as they were. But the harps, such as Trista, held tight their liberty their plumage could afford. These divergent paths did cause a share of differences between the winged and the wingless over time, but here in this land, our purposes are shared, our goals united. That then is the essence. That is who they are, and what, and why. Alright. On kinship, in the words of Trista Tethys, the Blessed Born, each one of us within the eight, besides the imp Haub, we would have perished in the downside had we not found each other and together formed our union. Here in the downside, all are bound, but that which binds us here does have some latitude. We choose the bond of kinship. Our exile took precedence over our differences. The empire, which had subjugated all our kind into a tense alliance, shall give way to a society in which our differences are paramount. There, may you embrace your ancient cultures whilst jointly forming a great culture all its own. Next to mercy is kinship that shall form the bedrock of our commonwealth. Looks like that's all of them. All right. Let us continue our journey. Let's see. Good morning, everyone. We are at the mercy of the stars, and None can say how soon they'll shine for us again. Let us recover for a while at Moonlight Alcove and decide how to proceed. Last video, we found out that the stars are starting to shine. Like, more stars are going out, so that means there's going to be fewer liberation rites. Maybe we won't be able to get everybody home. There was another part. Oh, I also got Sir Gilman his freedom. So, there you go. You're all caught up. Best make yourselves as comfortable as possible here for the time, Nightwings. The rites ought to commence again before we know it. Until then, be well. Where the hell does he go? Thus, you and your companions remain on the mountaintop, waiting for the stars to shine again. The cycle of the rites is ending. The news that Valfred and the Lone Minstrel revealed to you now threatens to disrupt the group's resolve. Who most deserves their freedom? Can there be any hope for your revolutionary plans to change the Commonwealth if too few exiles manage to return? These questions hang like a fog over you and your companions as you linger there on Mount Alagiel. For now, the exiles of the Nightwings vow to stick together for as many opportunities as they shall have. Many moons pass. One cold evening, Valfred finds you off on your own.
There's a room there.
Well, my boy, it's time once more. Come see. Okay, there we go. Valfred indicates the sky, and through the snow you see that he is right. Soon all your companions are gathered. Valfred regards the group in his steady manner. As you all know, I have refrained from participating in the rites myself. This was a long-held choice of mine for a variety of reasons. Chief among those reasons is so that I might direct our plan free from unwanted attention, both from our adversaries here and those who would oppose us in the Commonwealth. Another reason is my past experience conducting the rites. It did not end on good terms. Before my time, the Nightwings comprised 3 exiles: Brighton, Arisa, and Orlek. Brighton, former exile of the Nightwings who conducted the rites alongside Orlek and Arisa. Former exile, blah blah blah, and former exile of the Nightwings betrayed and abandoned in his moment of glory. Little Tizo was with them as well, still learning in their ways. After Brighton regained his freedom in the liberation rites, the Nightwings took me in. A story for another time, but for one thing, I had capacity to read the ancient book. Anyway, when next we earned our way to the liberation rite, Orlek was anointed for return. He had long been in exile, and his horns were beginning to show. We prevailed. Little Tizo snuffed the accuser's pyre. Thus, Orlek earned his freedom. However, just as the shimmering pool was to engulf him, Arisa, she shoved him from the parapet and took her freedom in his stead. She perished, of course. Only the anointed can transcend the shimmer pool. But she thought the warnings were a myth and paid the price. She was always restless. I presumed Orlek perished too. To survive a fall from Mount Alagiel, I was left alone. Subsequently, I made no attempts to reassemble the Nightwings, knowing that such treachery, such harm was even possible as part of this ordeal. I frankly still do not hold Arisa entirely at fault for what transpired. Jeez. I hold instead the Commonwealth responsible, for it puts us in this desperate situation. And I resist the urge to think of the rights. To think the rights may partly be to blame, as well for pitting brother against brother, sister against sister. Valfred breathes a deep sigh. Now I see that Orlek yet lives, at a time when our plan is already in motion. And even the stars are fading, perhaps a signal that the scribes themselves know that the Nightwings are divided, and that they do not approve. But I choose to take it as a sign that we must act. The scribes have put us in a set of circumstances where each one of us may rise to the occasion. The Nightwings and our plan all the help that they can get, and also I have made a decision which I wish to announce here to you all. In the name of the Nightwings, and reader, by your leave, I would conduct the rites again. Long have my skills languished in the matter. I admit, although I trust I shall regain them soon enough. While I once vowed never to conduct the rites again, our present situation calls for all of us, for all our resources, to be brought to bear. So, if I may be of use during the rites to come, I shall avail myself. That's all. Now then, reader, our reader shall determine where we are headed come first light. This is what happens when I kind of speed read. Sometimes I pick up on phrases that aren't actually there. I skip words. Volfred bows his head to everyone, while the other exchange looks, then, one by one, salute him in turn. Volfred stands ready to conduct the rites again. Welcome back to the ranks. Once more, do several stars shine bright in the sky, revealing several paths for you to pursue towards salvation. Gather the band. That's a trophy for getting all the masks, every character. Alright, Kael'mor the Rogue Star, Lou the Vernal, and Oris the Azure. Alright. First, let's take a look at the planner. Alright, so the Chastity are still sitting up there. I still owe one back to the accusers. Alright. See here. Yeah. Oris the Azure. Well, I think I'll take on the accusers. Well, yeah, I think, like I said, I think I'll take on the accusers. Like I said, I owe them a loss. The stars revealed to you a path toward the glade of Lu, where the rites shall soon commence. Where the rites shall soon continue. Come morning, your travel shall continue. For now, everyone needs rest.
I do so hate to thusly contact you, O reader. Yet an awful rumor reached me recently that you have within your retinue a traitor to the Nightwings and the Commonwealth alike. But you would never harbor such a traitor, now would you? I trust your time within the downside would have taught you that.
I assume he's talking about Sandalwood. Volfred. You rise after a fitful night of slumber. Somehow the voice, which thus far has reached you only in the rites, has found its way into your sleep as well. You shake free of it. Scribe of the book calls to you during the rites and reminds you of your exile. The time at Moonlight Alcove has made everyone restless. The group is eager to set forth at your command. I really like this music. That's interesting. I've never seen what that is. Let's check that out. The Black Wagon. We'll talk to Volfred in a second, but I want to read the entries to the book. Say afterward, a list of terms which you may wish to know. As an exile of the downside, a reader of... Oh, cool. As reader of this book and as conductor of the rites, you are engaged now in a cycle which has lasted since the dawn of this age. Here within the part of the book is offered summary of all key figures, locales, terms, and astral phenomenon you shall encounter, either firsthand or in passing on your path. To know the history of the downside and the rites, to prepare yourself to walk the path toward enlightenment and then to liberty itself. Should you be free again, remember, reveal not the rites themselves nor the existence of this book. I think I've seen every page. I think that's what those trophies were for. Maybe. I don't know. Adversary, the opponent's band, and exiles, or basic terms. Okay. Again, just basic. Alright, 8 scribes. Gol Galathnian, known as the Master General, and the Nomad Scribe, he wields the legendary tower shield Oath Taker. Haub the Swallow, known as the Accursed, the Imp Scribe. He possesses the legendary Wings of Misfortune. Jamur Manymane, known as Alpha Chief. Sorry, reading something. Known as the Accursed and the Imp Scribe, he possesses the legendary Wings of Misfortune. Wait, I already read that one. The Alpha Chief and the Scribe, he wields the legendary Jawblade Kneebender. Lou Sklorian, known as 100 Minds, the Sap, and the Sap Scribe, he wields the legendary staff, the Genealogy of Sklorian. List of the Triumvirates. Again, you can pause and read. Jesus. I think that's everything. There we go. Oh, jeez. Yeah, well, we need a thing for Volfred. There. Volfred appears to have finished sealing some sort of document. He smiles as he approaches you. Hello, my boy. Was just on my way out to make a drop. Report a bit of progress our supporters on the other side should like to know. It is not clear to you as yet exactly how Volfred is able to communicate with agents of the Commonwealth. We have our ways of making certain that such messages manage to make their way to whom they need to reach, most of the time, at least. It's not exactly the most dignified of methods, but the messenger imp is as hard-working as the rest of us, or, dare I say, more so. Most imps lack the capacity to do that job. They, of course, cannot traverse the outer boundaries of the downside, but they can squeeze much closer than any of us. Volfred offers to tell you more of the process. It seems he has been using certain imps to relay messages to his agents of the Commonwealth for some time now. From that point, we depend on certain other means. A trafficker like Ruki would likely be familiar with them. Then my agents intercept the messages as they arrive. The messages are coded in the off chance they reveal themselves before unwanted eyes, but even still, my agents put themselves in great peril there, supporting our cause and our plan. I could not ask for a more dedicated bunch. Shame we cannot meet them, separated as we are. If we succeed in our endeavors, it shall be thanks in no small part to them. They have identified hundreds of citizens grown loyal to our cause, found hidden corners where they can speak freely. Their goal is to grow in numbers while remaining safe. For we cannot resist the Commonwealth if too few citizens stand with us, whether due to apathy or fear or lack of willingness to see our nation as we do. Some of these agents I have known many, many years, since long before my exile. Many were former students from my days of teaching Commonwealth doctrine. It was clear then who among us did not take the common view. These days I report to them our progress, and they, in turn, report theirs back. From the assessment, I update the estimation of our plan's success. Our chances of success increase substantially each time we liberate one of our own, but those loyal to us in the Commonwealth slowly gather strength regardless, knowing of our efforts. Thus do we inspire each other, not unlike the dynamics which I see among the Nightwings here. Now good afternoon then, reader. I've delivered to make. He strides out of the wagon bearing the sealed message. God, I got like dry mouth or something after that. Not a lot of words to read. His crime was publishing. He owned and operating a stamping press, using it to spread anti-Commonwealth propaganda. The records state he sought to undermine trust in the Commonwealth doctrine and tradition. Years exiled, 9. Let's see. Your senses guide you to a scrying pool somewhere in the dense foliage of Needlefield, and you look upon the waters. Soon you experience a vision of Dalbert, who stood against Manly and the Chesty in his most recent rite. H. Manly Tinderstouff. We thank you and the Chesty for an honorable contest. You'd best believe I'm going to remember this, Dalbert. I have many friends in higher places who can make your life even less comfortable. We understand the rites create ill will. May all of you yet find the path toward enlightenment, till we meet again. The vision fades. It seems the fate prevailed against the chastity sometime not long ago, gaining the favor of the scribes. You wonder where their paths have taken them since, as you return to the Black Wagon to pursue your vocations. Well, then I guess continue this study in private. You excuse yourself from the others and go pore over the Book of Rites and its mysteries. Through greater understanding comes the reader's influence. Let's see here. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep upgrading hope. You extract a deeper meaning from the words and teachings of the Book of Rites, one you feel in your core yet struggle to articulate. Inspiration comes to you in a flash, whether from the book or from within, you cannot tell. Reader's influence spirits. All Nightwings get +2 hope. Man, I'm just popping trophies left, right, center this video. The wagon comes to a sudden stop after a near miss with someone or something that got right in its path. At first you see no sign of whomever or whatever it was, but then a voice rings out from off the side of your path. The friendly yet somehow aggravating tone leaves little room for question who it is. Hey guys, so maybe watch where you're going a bit more next time, I guess? You must have scared Dad half to death. I mean, just look at him. But it's good running into you like this because I got for you a really special deal. We got some pretty out there stuff on hand, and it's been slowing us a bit, to be completely honest. Here, something about him, I don't know, but Dad just hasn't been himself. But once we open shop, why, these little numbers are going to fly off the shelves, and you can have first dibs. All you got to do is give us a lift, because you're headed to the Glade of Lou, right? Just drop us off when you get there, okay? The Black Wagon does not provide you... God, the Black Wagon does not provide for you the most spacious accommodations, but it may have room enough for Falcon Ron, barely, at least for the short remainder of your trip. On the other hand, you sense troubling energy from whatever strange artifacts he is transporting right now, and wonder whether you should get involved. Get in. Though your fellow exiles exchange cautious looks, you invite Falcon Ron to climb aboard. Oh, great. Thanks, guys. I'll just squeeze right in here He does not. Dad, come on. Put your back into it already. Eventually, Falcon Ron manages to get on board as you prepare to set forth again. Welcome him aboard, for now. Get out. After what felt like an interminable trip, god damn, words, during which Falcon Ron did not even once cease to speak of matters relevant only to him, you reach your destination. Anyways, thanks guys, and remember what I said, these thingers I got here, you got dibs on them if you come visit me and Dad, that is. Now, we'll be going, so be seeing you, okay? Whether from Falcon Ron's ceaseless drivel or the ill effects of his cargo, everyone is left feeling out of sorts. Your fellow exiles lost foot blindness, bleh, -5 glory. Crap. Can't remember what glory does, isn't that? That's how much damage we do to the enemy Pyre. Crap. Hey guys, thanks again for helping me and Dad back there. We really owe you one. And so, as promised, I got something really, really good in stock for you right here. He pauses for dramatic effect, then he reveals to you several artifacts: Black Hoof, Black Heart, and Black Claw. The bearer has plus 100% more stamina than usual, but cannot grasp the orb. After getting banished, bearer either returns with infinite stamina or as a fast-moving howler. The bearer's aura remains while grasping the orb, but cannot be cast. Ooh. The eminent energy that cannot possibly be completely healthy. Nice, huh? You guys, you got first dibs on these bad boys, and I can tell you what, they're going to go fast. Bear returns in a purse that draws. You know what? I think I'll take that Black Claw.
Oh, you quiet.
Ah, great, you guys. I knew you were discerning customers now. You enjoy that one, okay? And remember, I still got the others too, and you can buy them if you want. No, these ones, they're real popular, and so no refunds on these guys, you understand? But they are real good, and there's no chance you're gonna want to pawn them off. You know what? We have the money. I'll pick them up. There we go. And that gives us Black Claw. The bear's R remains while grasping the orb, but can't be I like that. That's a. I really hope I'm not misreading that and he can cast it when he doesn't have the orb. Must be our lucky day here, or I don't know what, Dad. We unlock the page. Words Jameer Menimane, the Alpha Chief. You cannot survive the downside if you cannot get around. Howler shall descend on you, or Tempest shall shear you to pieces. That is just the way of it. That is just the way of it. Traveling through the environs is no simple feat. Consider yourself blessed if you were born a cur. If not, however, you shall have to find a means to cross these lands without the benefit of four strong paws. Luce Glorian believes this untamed land can be traversed through means unnatural. I thought at first that he meant sorcery, but he suggests innovation. He speculates that carriages could cross this land by harnessing its fury. A wild thought. In my case, my paws shall suffice. Alright. Let's get to it. Once more, you have returned to the Glade of Lu, and your companions stand ready beneath a still night sky, awaiting the commencement of the rites. You overhear some of their words to one another as you await the signal in the stars. Our adversaries are to be the accusers, then. You think my old chum over there is gonna put me in this time, or what? Just then, you observe a glint of starlight that begins to shine above, and your companions soon fall silent. This game's music is just spot on. Yeah, I'm not gonna... I've already lost to these guys once. I'm not activating any of these titans. Again, this music, guys. Just...
Reader, or should I say deceiver, for I detect another exile in your ranks. The exile Wolfred Sandalwood himself, that cursed sap. I ought to have known he was behind all this. He has no love for our sacred tradition, yet you would heed his poisoned words over mine own? I thought that we were friends. Then fine. Let us return to a more formal distance.
The adversaries whom you were to confront when instead you had your run-in with Orlek have assembled at the opposite side of the clearing, and their pyre burns bright. Lendl emerges from the ranks of the accusers and calls out to the rest of you. You Nightwings. You thought that demon thug you sent to waylay us would be enough to stay us from our true path, you utter scum. Each time I think that I have seen the lowest depths of your treachery, you manage to surprise me yet again. The accusers seem all the more determined to prevail against you now, after Orlek denied their chance to stand against you last time. Great. Reader, my boy, let us confer a moment here. I am returned now to the rites, a tradition that I had once disavowed. And now that I've donned the raiments, the voice knows I am here. It is no matter, really, for our plan is well in motion. All that remains for us is to prevail. I shall aid you and the others in this task as best I can. Let us see now whether these old limbs of mine are still of any use.
And there he is at last, alive and well.
Oh, that's cool.
Sandalwood. You're causing quite a stir out in the
Oh!
You plant your little seeds of discontent. Know that your designs and sowing chaos shall not be tolerated here. Now, good evening to you.
Okay, I don't think I can cast my... Oh, jeez, got two demons.
Choose quickly your triumvirate. Joe Dariel.
Well, he can't. Screw that then. I mean, I like the concept, but he can't, Yeah, but I don't have anything that I want to use with him. I'm thinking the crone.
Bertrude. The choice is cast.
Prepare yourselves, everyone. Come then, Nightwings. We are prepared for you.
Now begin. My goodness.
Fudge.
Contempt. Already does your pyre's flame begin to flicker. Yes. Proof. Well cast. Their has died a little. Now to the flame. Bask in the purifying flame. Shameful outcome. Unacceptable.
I'm probably gonna lose.
So sorry for the wait there.
Nightwings, this ends here and now.
That Lendl certainly enjoys a rousing speech, though talk means nothing in the rights. All banished. Magnificent. Quite the close call there, no?
Trying to... Yeah.
The accusers prevail. A richly deserved victory at that. The ceremony is complete.
You lowlife Nightwings, may you savor every taste of the bitter defeat that we prepared for you this eve. And now that this was only the beginning, for I trust we soon shall meet atop Mount Elagiel, then may I be rid of you at last, and rid of this damn place besides. I ought to wring his neck, that angry little man. God, I can't figure out why I keep getting my butt kicked by these guys. Have I had a Titan Star activated without actually knowing it?
Until the stars align.
Because one always, whenever I say let's, to keep going, it always it keeps popping up that, like, god damn. When I click to start the write, there's one that always kind of stays longer than the others. So I think maybe I have one activated. Back at the Black Wagon, you are taking some time to recover after ceding victory to the accusers rather thoroughly when Volfred approaches. An unfortunate result, my boy, though I am confident we can do better. We have the means. There is always the Beyonder Crystal there if you need it. The rites may be ending, but we still have time to achieve our plan, if we can get the better of our adversaries. Come then, let us see who we shall square against when next the stars align. The stars yet shine for you, revealing various paths forward. Alright, currently our probability of success is 53%. We've liberated 3 exiles. Conducted 17 rites. Rites to the next liberation. Oh, 1. Wow, okay. Great, the accusers are at the top. That's not what you want to see. Let's go take on the Tempers. The triumvirate you shall confront this time around shall be the Tempers, led by that demon called Ignarius. They have prevailed in the rites on many occasions in the past. The Lone Minstrel then offers you such details as he knows of your next adversary. Ignarius, a longtime resident of the Downside, and as evidenced by his appearance, the strongest of the Tempers. He has waited years to earn his freedom. Born to a middling Commonwealth family, he got into trouble early and often, but found his calling in the Commonwealth's not entirely legal red light district. There he took many jobs, most involving his sheer size. Most notably, he was a bouncer at the Starry Eight, where he came to symbolize its reputation. An infamous tavern in the Commonwealth. Widely believed that Commonwealth officials sometimes showed up incognito here to blow off steam. One day, a particularly belligerent guest got under his skin, so he gave him a tremendous thrashing. The club clientele all gave a cheer. However, this guest turned out to be a wealthy chamberlain, who then exploited his connections to have Ignarius arrested and then exiled. This was 14 years ago. In the Downside, Ignarius dropped his given name, as is sometimes the custom, and survived alone through his tenacity and strength. In time, he drew the notice of the Tempers, who revealed to him the rites, recruited him into their ranks, and let him work his way up. Now, at last, it is his turn. Other than the Nightwings, the Tempers have liberated more exiles than any other triumvirate. They had high hopes for Ignarius in turn. Now, good evening, reader. You wish a good night to the Lone Minstrel. Your travel shall continue on first light. You know what? We'll talk to Bertrude next time. We're getting up there in time. Plus, I need to get something to drink if I'm going to do another one of these. Thanks for watching, everybody. Facebook, Twitter, the website, minds.com. Links to that stuff is down in the description below. Please remember to like, comment. If you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for more next time. But until then, I'm AJ Gels. This is the Gaming Channel. I'm out.